Hi, welcome back to Joe Blogs. In today's brief episode, I want to talk to you about what's happening in the war in Ukraine, and specifically to talk about Donald Trump's statements previously that he's going to end that war before he even takes over as president on the 20th of January.
That is a war that's dying to be settled. I will get it settled before I even become president.
Now, previously, we didn't have any real details as to how he was going to go about that. But it's now come to light that the proposals being put forward by Donald Trump include ceding all of the land that Russia is currently occupying, basically Ukraine agreeing to let Russia keep all of that land if the war is drawn to a close. Now, obviously from Ukraine's point of view, that's been something that they've been objecting against strongly up until this point. However, the USA has been the single biggest provider of aid to Ukraine, and Donald Trump has been very vocal during his presidential election that he didn't think that Europe had been stumping up enough.
We're in for 250 to 275 billion. They're into 100 to 150. They should be forced to equalize.
He believes that the USA has been giving too much proportionately compared to the other countries that are supporting Ukraine, and that there needed to be an equilibrium. So there was a strong undercurrent that the USA potentially wouldn't be providing as much aid going forward until places like Europe actually stump up more money. So that's already been put on the table. And it's now been rumoured that he's now considering holding back any future aid as part of what's being called a carrot and stick approach. So the carrot is to end the war, that's the objective from Ukraine's point of view, and the stick would be the threat of the USA not providing additional support from a financial and military perspective. So this is really trying to persuade President Zelensky of Ukraine that really the best option going forward would be to let Russia keep all of the land that it's currently occupying and agree a ceasefire. Now, interestingly, at the moment, Russia has been pushing forward on all of the front lines. It's been pushing back Ukrainian forces, and Ukraine has been struggling to hold them at bay. And so there is a risk here that if the ceasefire isn't agreed, that Russia could actually take more land. It could push back those boundaries even further. And I guess the big question in all of this is, what will President Putin of Russia's response be? Will he be agreeable to the proposal being put forward by Donald Trump to just keep what he's got? Or will Russia smell blood? Will they decide that actually Ukraine is now weakened and Russia could take even more territory by keeping the war going for a longer period of time? But the purpose of this video really was to give you a quick update on what the plans being put forward by Donald Trump look like. It looks like Ukraine is going to be asked to give away all of the land that Russia is currently occupying. That's obviously contrary to what Ukraine has been saying up until this point. However, if the aid being given by the USA is withdrawn going forward, that would put Ukraine in a much weaker position and potentially would mean that it could lose more land. So I think there is a real possibility that this deal could come to the table. And the only question is, what will Russia's response be? So hopefully you've enjoyed today's video, you found it useful, informative and thought-provoking. If you've liked what I've said, then please give me a thumbs up. Thank you for watching this video all the way through to the end, and here's something to put a smile on your face.